Now I know what you're thinking. How is this random 14-year-old and some raw blue coats gonna teach me how to overcome procrastination? Well, don't worry, this video is sponsored by nothing. I've got nothing to sell you. I do this shit for free. I've spent countless hours procrastinating like you, and I've finally cracked the code. To get rid of it. Not only for the time being, but forever. Now I have to tell you this disclaimer. This might genuinely turn you into a workaholic. The methods that I'm about to teach you are great. So great. Because it becomes so much easier to do work, and you'll achieve way more. Not a few more minutes worth of work, but hours worth of more work. 3, 4, 5 times as productive. Now I'm gonna tell you how the video is gonna go. I'm first gonna tell you my story when I used to procrastinate a lot, which I think you'll very much relate to. So I don't think I even have to ask you to stay watching. It is genuinely very sad. Right now I just thought of it while editing, and what you're about to hear is extreme, but it's also very common. And then I'm gonna tell you the methods that I use to overcome procrastination. So look out, it is very powerful. But I seriously remember a time about 3.5 years ago. I was in 4th grade. Of course, back then, I knew nothing about productivity and the concepts that I know about now. I had a very poor social life with my classmates. There were moments where I got bullied, but mostly felt invisible throughout the whole day. I had woken up and ate bread and chocolate milk. So that also might have determined my bad productivity at school, which I was very prone to caring about back then because I had nothing else going for me, unlike now. I went home with physical symptoms of stress on a windy, cold, rainy Monday, knowing I have 4 tests and 1 deadline in the upcoming week, and I was very behind. I was extremely stressed, and worst of all, I procrastinated with video games, and after a few hours I was forced to start studying. No one forced me, but the amount of sheer stress forced me to study. And I stood and I banged my head against the door and cried loudly and kept procrastinating for like 30 more minutes, probably even more. I actually don't remember how long I did that for. It's a true story. It's genuinely insane. In my opinion, at least for me, and for most people, honestly, school is extremely bad at teaching you. It's a very ineffective way of learning. The work ethic that you have at school, the things you learn most importantly, well, I might sound like a high school dropout, but they're genuinely useless. You don't really need to know most of the things you learn in school past like 3rd grade. If they spent all of this time actually teaching us useful things, we would have been so much ahead in life right now. Suicide rates would have went down because of better mental health. We would have all been more attractive because they taught us how to take care of our physical health. They don't teach you these things. They don't teach you how to manage your money, how to manage your time, how to make a schedule. Well, I did a video about that, you should probably check it out too. And this isn't even to mention how often a lot of people get bullied there and take suicide. And not only that, they're just depressed. You saw the statistics at the start of this video, and school is genuinely a waste of time. But back to procrastination, I can relate to you, my friend, which I've learned how to overcome, which you'll learn how to overcome in this video. This feeling of procrastination. You have a constant headache, a reminder. A part of your mind is screaming at you to get off of your phone and start doing some work because it's too late. You feel the constant stress. Your heart rate is higher. You start itching more. You finally get yourself to do some work. Yet you get distracted. 5 minutes later, you're back on your phone. It's a repeating cycle for most people. I've went through this myself. I understand how you feel. Whenever you feel like procrastinating, it's never once. It's always your mind trying to stop you from doing work repetitively. And worst of all, you can't even achieve anything. You can't really focus. You can't really have a high work ethic when you're in that procrastinating mindset. Through applying what you're gonna learn in this video very soon, by the way, I'm sorry if I've held you up, it's gonna make you rich. It's literally gonna make you rich. You're gonna achieve the life that you desire. You're gonna achieve the social status from all the people around you that see you as this hard-working, ambitious man. Now I think you might have tried watching motivational videos. That won't work. I've tried it myself. Instead, you might feel drained by the amount of emotion you felt during that motivational video. The first way to stop procrastination is to remove all distractions. I know you've probably heard this before, but it is extremely important. It is one of the biggest reasons you're procrastinating. You might have a burning desire to go back to scrolling on your phone, but discipline yourself for only 10 minutes. Not to do any work yet, but just to sit still in your room, stare at the wall, stare out the window. At least don't stimulate yourself 10 minutes before doing work. Number 2, and you can use this for high amounts of accountability. Have some level of social motivation. Tell your friends or family that you're gonna get to a certain goal, and make sure they see you do that when you set your goals and you achieve them, and especially when people see you achieve them. Number 3, don't work out of fear. Work out of abundance. When procrastinating, you're scared of doing work. You don't want to do the work. You'd rather have something better to do that is more stimulating and comfortable. When you're working, don't work out of fear. And the way to do that is number 4. To plan your work step by step and for how long you're gonna do it. If anything, this is the most important step, not only for getting rid of procrastination, but productivity in general. Planning your work and for how long you're gonna do it is first of all gonna make your work ethic 10 times higher, if not more. Because really, you might have heard this somewhere else, but most people who work 6 to 8 hours a day really just do 1 hour of good, focused work. What if every hour was like that? And the way to achieve that is to first of all take 10 to 15 minutes to plan everything that you're gonna work on that day and the upcoming days, if you have, for example, a deadline, which is where a lot of the procrastination occurs. And plan exactly step by step what you're gonna study and what you're gonna work on and how much you're gonna achieve. Because you plan with your potential, but if you don't plan, you work with like half of your potential. You get into a flow state because you actually know what you're working on. Now I have this video about routines, so if you're interested in the topic of productivity, which I'm pretty sure you are if you've kept watching this video so far, it's on the top right corner around here. You're an ambitious man for watching this video, and I know for a fact you have the rarest thing that exists in the modern day: ambition. I'm proud of you for watching this video, who is striving for productivity. If you can please subscribe and share, it would be a huge advantage to you, and it would help spread this information to like-minded people so that everyone can benefit from this. Even if you aren't doing this for yourself, or you might think that I'm just annoying. Imagine if someone stopped procrastinating and how much their life would change. Because talking on your behalf, you are a charitable person and you have good intents. We procrastinate out of fear, but my friend, you are courageous because you are ready this pursuit of stopping this problem that has hurt so many of us. Unlike the rats of the world who are fine being stuck as nothing more than a statistic, you are special. Now the summary of this video: stop all distractions, have social accountability, don't work out of fear, but instead work out of abundance. And the 4th one, plan your work step by step and for how long you're gonna work. Click on this video if you want to learn how to defend yourself in a street fight. About 700 people have watched it. And this video if you want to learn about the importance of routines and how to master your work and become way more productive. And subscribe if you haven't done that already. Thank you so much for watching.